Quiet Sunday today, huh? I guess it is. It is daylight savings. It is everybody's favorite time of year where we just lose an hour of sleep for no particular reason other than somebody said that we need to. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy daylight savings time to those of you who had to endure it tonight. And to those of you who have to wait till the end of the month, I apologize in advance for being faster than you. And for those of you who don't have to experience, you are lucky, and I am so, so jealous. Anyways, funny train game. Got good news and bad news. The good news is that Steam engines and Stormworks are barely workable. The bad news is Steam engines and Stormworks are barely workable. Don't want to go to school, how do I get out of it? All suggestions are appreciated. See, it's easy, just don't go. Simple as that. Just say no. Wait, who has school on Sunday? Hold on. Do you mean you don't want to go to school tomorrow, or you don't want to go to school today? Important distinction there. Do work good enough, I'm going to try and make a generic 1910s era Laker. What's a Laker? Do you mean tanker? Going to Texas this Wednesday. The problem is I don't like Texas. I don't honestly know all that much about Texas. I know they have they have commuter rail somewhere. I was going to say they have electric trains, but no, I'm thinking of Colorado. I'm thinking of Denver. Very, very wrong on that front. Hello, Max. Hello, Hillbilly. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Ship that sails in the Great Oh, you're thinking of a boat. I was thinking steam train here. I see. Okay. That makes more sense. Mason City, Iowa has the last interurban. Isn't that the one with the the tiny orange locomotives. I want to call them steeple cabs, but they kind of feel a little too boxy for steeple cabs. I was specifically thinking of the electric trains they have in Denver, just the commuter lines that they have. I was watching a video. Go out and into the subscription page and see a blue dot in the start channel. Welcome to daylight savings time, buddy. Everyone's favorite time of year. Really need to get back to playing Railroader again. I'm on a mission to get the Class 125 and some railroads online, so I'm occupied. Level 9 just it takes so long to get. I'm not really going to complain too hard about it, because everybody knows my opinions on stronger engines and how I think of those, but... Tier 9? Really? Like, getting to Tier 4, easy. Tier 5, a little tricky. Tier 7, okay, it's gonna take a while. Tier 9? Hey, I guess it helps to sort of truly separate the endgame, though. Hello, Colorado. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm on my Gary's Mod Railroad again, and I'm driving the Great Western 040 Trojan with a single BR Mark 1 passenger car. It's a tiny little tank engine shuttling around a passenger car that's like 5 times its length. Iowa Traction Railroad, certainly a most interesting operation. Would like to get up that way and do some foaming of it. It's really fascinating, because, like, just, why did this one survive? You know, what about the Iowa Traction in particular kept it together and kept the electrification, you know? Not that I'm complaining by any metric, it's just really fascinating to me in a way. I know it's a sort of simple thing to think about, but... Okay, I was gonna say, why did it take so long to start loading? I know why they raised it to add the challenge, because engines after that might get added on levels some of us guys ain't at the moment, or get squeezed in between already in-game engines. I really hope Railroader adds some more unique engines like a Shay or a Camelback, because those would be cool. The game is both challenging as well and enjoyable at the same time. Again, I've heard before that Shays and geared engines are currently not something they're too focused on, because they kind of have the same issues as... why the heck are these 2 passengers to Bryson not loading? They've kind of got the same issues that articulated steam engines have for adding them to the game. So we probably won't see those for a while. A Camelback could be something kind of weird to see, something kind of interesting. Not sure if it would really fit with the time period, because they were outlawed quite a while before, but... Or their construction was stopped quite a while before. Reason I say they're workable is they work at all again, but the devs nerfed them so hard I'm going to need 4 boilers, when before I needed only 1. Jesus. That sounds like a headache and a half. Yikes. I've got almost 30,000 in the bank, so I'm all set to get the class 125, but level 9 sucks to get to, so I'm trying to get to every industry field to capacity as a challenge until I hit level 9. That's an interesting idea. Get every industry filled up. Everything. The gold mine, the Railway Express Agency. Well, I guess the Railway Express Agency you can't exactly fill, but fill the ironworks with all the coal in the world. Hello, Gordon. God, it has been years since I know we had this on the last stream, but at the same time, it has really been years since I've heard people consistently say that. That phrase. Those cursed words. Hello, Cable. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I'm having a strange issue with YouTube where I cannot place comments on shorts. Is this on PC or is this on phone? Mobile, TK. Something neat that is that my gas turbine had a rebuild and had some actual UPRR turbine bogey sets equipped. Finally, no more no more random derailments because because of the British buffers. Funniest story of how a railroad was founded. The Sand Springs Railway was founded because it was needed to transport widows and orphans to a colony. 4 widows and orphans that Charles Pate had started, and also founded the city Sand Springs, Oklahoma, as well in process. What? I mean, then again, I've also heard of a railroad that was designed for transporting corpses, so, like... I guess I'm not too surprised by that, but at the same time, what? Trying to come up with a marine equivalent of the ES&D to put on my Laker only. The only good thing I've come up with was the white bitch line. The white something line could be a good sort of starting point. I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad name, but it just doesn't really have the same energy that the ES&D does, you know? I'm getting router. Hey, let's go. It is totally worth the price. It's totally worth the money, man. Only reason I've recently been doing that is because soon, TM, they are finally doing Half-Life AI 2, and I went on a binge of the original series somewhat recently. And couldn't stop laughing. You know, fair, fair. Tell me about it. My old PC turned 11 years old when it gave out at the worst possible time of the year. Steam Christmas sale, no! God, that is the worst possible time to lose your computer. Aside from maybe the Steam Summer Sale, no. But then again, it was 11 years old, like... it was going to die eventually. Clearly should have just bit the bullet sooner. You know, now that I think of it, actually, now that you've mentioned this, I think I have never owned a computer for any longer than, like, 2 years. I guess the computer I have now I've owned for 3 years, but I've replaced so many parts in it, I can't really call it the same computer anymore. Had a dream last night I was driving a purple Zuma in Railroader. Purple Zuma, it's the new FNAF character. Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's all just trains. Alfred Perlman happens to be William. William Alfred. There we go. This is a really stupid idea. We're only 20 minutes into the stream and I'm already making this. Found the problem with commenting on YouTube Shorts. Typing the comment extends the text box enough to push the comment button off the what? Off the bottom of my screen? Oh, so your issue is that, like, you have to zoom out a little bit, I guess? So you can actually see the button and click on it. Control and mouse wheel or whatever. Call it modernization. Stir about to get Ship of Theseus thought experiment going, talking about his current PC. It is an interesting thought experiment. To me, I don't know. I guess, like, for the Ship of Theseus question, this is a really weird point to bring up, but it's been brought up in chat now, and I have to talk about it because my brain is on it. It depends just how much stuff is changed per rebuild. Like, if it's smaller parts getting gradually replaced one by one, or maybe even bigger parts, but, like, generally speaking, one by one, I guess it's usually, to me, the same item. But if it's something like, hey, we're going to replace the brain of this guy, that's not the same dude. You can't say that if you did a lumbotomy and then replace the guy's heart at the same time. That's not the same person. My turbine derails because it accelerates too fast, and also it has wheel slip like a demon. Can barely even pull its fuel tender. Have you tried applying like a little less power when you first start moving the engine? Because usually when you're having wheel slip on non-steam engines, well, really just when you're having wheel slip, no, excuse me, you want to start off by applying a little less power to begin with. Is William Afton a furry? This isn't a question, Cable. We already know the answer. The answer is yes. He made how many personas that he went about and made the fantasy of helping him to commit murder? The man is undeniably a furry. Is there any more that you have to work to get more track to other places? Nope. We have every track in-game unlocked. Everything. All the way from one end of the line to the other. Bunch of my AA trains disabled last week for some reason. Now the Whittier shops are filled with 6 cars at 0%. You signed the waivers. You know that we're not liable for any and all damage that happens to your train, to your cars, to your equipment. Can you tell me what the fastest locomotives in Railroader? All the engines can go the same speeds. The only thing that limits speed is how much weight you have behind it. Some of them might have better acceleration, but you can reach like 70 miles an hour on every locomotive in the right location, under the right circumstances. There were a couple of cases of actual Ship of Theseus stuff. Personal favorite is when a cargo ship in World War II split in half, but the back stayed afloat, so they grafted it onto another bow section, another bow. Just made just slapped together two boats and called it a day. It's kind of beautiful. That's glorious. Wanted to get some SD40s and SD40-2s, but one of the locomotives was a scam. I got a GE39 C39-8 with 2 6-wheel bogie sets. I mean, it's it's the same thing, right? It's just our SD40-2 at home. It's like that one meme. Do all the steam engines have the same whistle or not? Nope. We've set them up so every engine has a different whistle. Just got notifications that said Christine destroyed your landmark. I have no clue what that means. Is that like a Clash of Clans thing? What whistle does AL15 have? I don't know, because currently I'm running number 11. Who has that whistle? We'll check out number 15 once I get this train turned around. I swear the universe wants me to get back into liking trains. I've suddenly been getting a ton of railroading stuff in my recommended. Mind you, I haven't been into trains since I was 10. Not that I'm complaining, of course, but... Welcome to the stream, Brood. Welcome to the stream, Lock. Hope you both are having a good Sunday. Don't worry, we here at this channel, we can help, we can mildly help quell the urge to train. Hello, K-Kid. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We've mostly been up to not all that much. We haven't actually been streaming all that long yet, Locke. Unfortunately, we don't have any reason to actually traverse Red Marble. No more trains are headed to Andrews today. We have the passenger train here in Andrews, obviously. We're getting that turned around as we speak, but... Aside from that, pain. I hate daylight savings. And good. Life is good today. Just generally speaking, aside from daylight savings. Last night was fun with Productivity Night. It was fun with Productivity Night. I got videos finished, man. I got to complete a sister for Snickerdoodle. Busy morning for me. Did Costco and grocery shopping, got everything put away, and finished lunch all before noon. Nice. It was Monopoly Go. Oh, right, that game I keep seeing ads for on my phone. I don't understand it. Why do they keep giving me ads even though I have no interest in Monopoly and have never showed any interest in Monopoly? Why is it like 90% of the advertisements I see? I don't want to play this game. Just purchased Silva, and now I'm running trains to Alarca proper to Silva. Hey, that's a pretty good mainline run. On my own personal save, I don't think I'm going to unlock Silva, though, because, you know, there's just such little industry density east of Whittier. But if you like mainline runs, it's an excellent route all the way, you know? That's what? 45 out to 69, plus probably about another 3-4 miles. It's a 28-mile main line. That's not bad. That's not bad. Spring forward is the best day to go to Costco because everyone forgets, so it's almost empty there. Introvert behavior. Let's go. Antisocial. I've never actually been to Costco before, so I have no idea what it's like normally. I have no frame of reference. How many log cars does Whittier Sawmill need at Tier 4? I don't actually know. I've never... The highest I have ever run the sawmill was only at Tier 3. So I don't actually know. I've never tried Tier 4 or Tier 5. I can't give a good estimate. Anarchy, just pure anarchy. Costco is actually just a giant wall of hot dogs. The store is an illusion from all the hot dog fumes. We've got the infinite IKEA SCP. Now we need the hot dog hallucination Costco. More stir out of context quotes. Last night I saw an old 1975 video of steam engines running in Chile on the old Temuco branch line with a train being pulled by a Class 57 Mogul number 608. A nice vid. It's always fun seeing just random recordings and small documentaries on train lines that you've never heard of before. I especially love the narrow gauge around the world ones where they show off, like, I don't know, the one or was it steam around the world? I don't remember. That one railroad in Java, the sugarcane line, that was just so charming to me. I don't know why. You know the giant cement wall from Lethal Company? It's just that, but with meat. It's just that, but with hot dogs. I was watching a documentary about Cuban steam-powered sugarcane trains last week. I know they're so cute, like the little tank engines they have with tenders that are fueled by sugarcane. There's something special about it. From what I've heard, unfortunately, the lines have not really kept around their steam engines. But hey, we got some cool videos and documentaries out of the deal at the very least. That's something, right? Watched a YouTube documentary called Big Steam about 44, 49, and 765 in an event, which my boyfriend and I agreed was hard to think of Railfest 2009. I've never actually seen that. I didn't know that the two of those met before. Hey, the more you know, I guess. How much money do you get from passenger jobs? Depends on the length of the passenger train, Thomas. This one, we made, for a single station stop, we made $678. And this is about 5 lightweights and 1 observation. At the start of the game, it's not quite as profitable. It's basically just $60 per car. But so there's 2 things to consider about passenger service. One is, instead of running a caboose, you can just run a passenger car at the back of your train, run a mixed freight, and bam. Because there's no timeliness bonus for running your train fast. It's just for getting passengers to their destination. And so what you can do is you can just take things slow, switch out each industry, and bring the passenger car along with you and stop it at every station. Just a little bit of extra work. But the other thing you want to consider is if you actually do serve your passenger network, your reputation goes up. And you want to keep your reputation high because it gives you discounts on new equipment, new trains, and on buying new expansions to your railroad. My monitor has fallen down again. Oh, that just make sure it doesn't fall down like mine did, Cable. Don't be like me and have your monitor fall down onto the floor and shatter because it landed on a screwdriver. I'm still salty about that. It's been a year. It's been a year and I still can't get over the pain. If you derail, you get half the money if you damage your cars. Is that true? No. If you derail, your reputation goes down. Your operation safety reputation goes down. Don't mind the fact that I'm sitting on a 36% reputation. But the big thing that happens is they'll fine you like $6 for failure to maintain the car properly. I have an old DVD lying around somewhere called Big Power. Talks about six-axle diesel road units, how they're built and what they're used for. Oh, does it actually like have footage going into a factory of six-axle diesels being built? It's kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. I want to see that. Mainly I'm asking because I decided to up-tier the Whittier Sawmill for the time before down-tiering to canceling the Whittier Sawmill contract altogether in favor of the Silva Paperboard and Parsons Tannery. Well, why bother up-tiering it if you're just gonna cancel it after a while, you know? Why do the extra work when you could just stick around with what you've already got? I guess money would be the reason, but like it would cost you more money to get the cars in the first place, to get the extra. Well, I guess maybe it wouldn't cost you more money if you just ran a whole bunch of different log trains and ran and shuttled the same cars up and down the hill a ton of times, but yeah, I don't know what Tier 4 contract does. This weekend, I ran a train in DV from the harbor to the steel mill. An S282 at DH4, 900 plus tons, most chaotic and most fun experience I've had in that game ever. You've double-headed a steam engine and a diesel. Now it's double-headed two steam engines, you coward. Wind up like me with that one empty water tank and just saying, "Oh no," followed by a massive explosion. Gotta go have a great stream. Alright, take care, Cable, take care. Thanks for tuning in, dude. If I'm not mistaken, you're in the greater Portland area. Yep, greater Portland, Oregon region. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. You're allowed to customize your trains in Railroader, right? The amount of customization you get... Hold on, let's show you. You go to the Equipment tab, Customize. You get access to a different whistle. Some locomotives have lettering and text, most don't, but some do. And you can change the number and the reporting mark. That's the thing that it says over the engine when you hit tab. And you can change whatever it says on the tender. Kaboom? Yes, Rico. Kaboom. In my search for a 5-inch gauge locomotive, I might have found an 080 C2 in China, which is maybe narrow gauge for sale. How much does it cost, Polska? How much money we talking here? I need to know. You're in Portland, does that mean that you can just take a walk and go see 4449? Yep. I gotta walk down to the local train station, the local light rail station. Write it down, take a transfer, write it down to the Riverside. Then I can go oversee 4449, 700, Polson number 2, 197, and Mount Emily number 1. Mixed of money, and I think there's a bug with the Whittier Sawmill after that update. Gave everyone a lot of freight cars, and the Whittier Sawmill hasn't been acting right after that update, with not enough lumber on hand to load the freight cars for the day, and is taking longer. It is messing up timetable for freight work on my railroad. That's strange. I've never heard that problem happening. Maybe just naturally you want to add like a few more logs, because you can deliver more logs than the sawmill can process in a day. Maybe you want to try delivering a couple of extra logs and see if that'll help with working through the extra pile of stuff you have. That's what I'd recommend at the very least. Take it to the 2 passenger cars in the rear of this consist are for the odd passengers you might come across, as well as a shoving platform. Secretly, this back passenger car here, Hillbilly, it's a doodlebug. Clearly. Why do you think there's windows on the end of it? So that the engineer can see out the back. It's not a shoving platform, it's a pulling platform. Secret doodlebug. That was the fastest I've ever gone in the S2A2. Had a total brain fart for like 2 minutes, wondering how I'm going so fast, forgetting the DH4 was there at 75% power. Wow, this train is so speedy. How am I ever able to do this? This is so impressive. Oh right, there's another engine. Did you take that one route where you can go 120 kilometers an hour for a short period of time? Railroad do you think has the prettiest whistles? For me, the Pennsylvania definitely takes that cake. Man, I don't know. It's hard to say. Recently, my bias has sort of been going towards Colorado and Southern, actually. I heard a whistle sample from Soundtracks. I'm looking into getting the DCC and sound that I want to add to number 21, and I looked at the whistle samples for Soundtracks, and the Colorado and Southern whistle number 801 for the tsunami decoders, it's so good. It's so good. Looked up those Java sugarcane trains. I'd want one just sitting in my backyard. I know they're such cute little locomotives. It might have been a mild basis for when I made Snickerdoodle, that tiny little tank engine I have. There was a segment on one of the episodes of I Love Toy Trains where they had two tiny 040s to take from one museum to another, and they were so small that they both fit on one flatbed at the same time. Were these standard gauge engines, or were these narrow gauge, or... Whittier's Sawmill has been acting really weird for me. I got 9 cars one time on Tier 1, Jesus. And now logs take forever to unload. I spotted the cars at midnight, and they're still loading. What time of day is it for you right now, in-game GP? Also recorded a flyby with OBS, but the file corrupted, so the train of all time is forever only in my memory. Celestial, you can always just, like, go into Sandbox. Rebuild it from memory. You've got memory, use it. Use your mind. Hello, NSSR. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's 18:30 now. Oh Jesus! Wait. I don't need to do any math on that. It's literally just been 18 hours of in-game time, and they have barely loaded still. I am very glad I have not encountered that. 99% certain they were 2-foot narrow gauge. They were dinky little things, and the people walking around them were barely shorter than them. Have you got the Berkshire pulling the load? We have the Berkshire. She's not exactly pulling the load just yet, though. I'm probably not gonna use her for this train. I mean, I know it's a big train, it's very huge, but Dillsboro has no way to turn around the locomotive, and that makes me so annoyed. And I'm probably just gonna wind up using a diesel instead. If we were going to Andrews, that'd be a different story. We totally use the Burke. But we are, in fact, not going to Andrews. No, Shaq. You're not going anywhere. No, the switch is set against you. I know you're an AI train and you have -3 brain cells. You're not moving. Stop making the whistle signals as if you're going to move. There's literally nowhere for you to go. Yeah, see, stop for a switch lined against us. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe there was a switch lined against you from the very beginning. Have you ever played with a laser with Durian? Once. Haven't done it in a hot minute though. The problem is that her eyesight doesn't always keep up with the laser, and so it doesn't work as well as we'd like it to. And it needs to be really dark for her to notice that it's even there in the first place. So, unfortunately, we cannot commit cat laser pointer. Speaking of Durian, I have determined that it's probably not the best idea to let her on streams anytime soon, because, I just keep getting irritated with her getting in front of my microphone. So we're probably not going to see her on stream for a little bit. Just sneaking suspicion. Oh my god. How many times will this engine move forward 2 inches? Maybe a rookie hostler fresh out of all his rules tests and the sort. Could be, it could be. Maybe he needs to go back. He just did all his standardized testing. Why does he not remember what to do with all that information? Send him back to the gulag. Send him back to the standardized testing environment. Remember when I asked which Berkshire inspired the Polar Express 765 or 1225? I still feel like an idiot with that question. Gee, man, I sure love the date of Christmas. July 65th. Named my railroad after the Somerset and Dorset, and I've named it the S&D after the Somerset and Dorset Railway in England, even though this is an American railroad. Hey, whatever inspires you, man. Whatever floats your boat. If I were to name a railroad after a town somewhere in the UK, I would probably name it after that one town has this really extremely long title to it. I don't remember the name of it. It's like, okay, I was about to try and pronounce it. I know I'm not going to succeed. It was like, what, 30 syllables long? A Welsh town name? We'll just name the railroad after that. I'll be back in a few minutes after I get done cleaning my garage. Alright, take care, Thomas. Take care. Have fun doing spring cleaning. If you can. New engines I spawned in don't fit on the turntable I have. And instead of just not using those locos, I've decided to tear out the turntable for a new one. Honestly, smartest move. Instead of refusing to use your engines, just refuse to use your turntable. You've had the turntable for 15 years. We don't care. Nobody cares about the history and importance of a turntable. Run the trains! Are you talking about I cannot pronounce that name and I refuse to try? Yes, we are. Hillbilly. It's such a silly little name and I love it. And I do not dare to try to pronounce that. I know I would fail. There's no question about it. I would fail horribly. I would not succeed. Drew a drawing of DM and IRSD18, and a girl complimented it. I had competed against her before at a spelling bee, and man, she was smart. I decided to write a small note on a drawing I gave to her, and she responded to the note and said it was the most meaningful thing. The note basically said, "Thanks for being cool and complimenting me." I learned that she likes the same things as me. That makes me happy. She's basically my first friend in my new school. Should I ask her to go biking with me someday? I would love to have a biking pal. Looks like you got a good friend there, NSSR. If you want to hang out with this person, do it. You want to go biking, get a biking pal. If they like biking, if that's something they enjoy, invite them. What's funnier is the turntable isn't even a day old. Wait, wait a minute. So you're telling me you built a new turntable, and then you immediately bought engines that made the turntable obsolete. Oh, that's glorious. I love it. Hello, Frisco. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How's the red marble grade? We haven't really run up it too much. We haven't done anything today. We did some last week. Where is it at? We ran 2 trains up the grade. Actually, we ran 3 trains up the grade. One of them had 2 engines. It managed the hill pretty well. One of them had 3 engines, managed the hill with ease because it was like a 4-car train. And then one of them had only 1 engine, and we challenged ourselves to make it all the way up the grade. And we stalled, I want to say we stalled... Did we just pass the switch? Oh, we're almost there, we're almost there. Right about here. So we backed up. Went ahead and went up the little interchange track here. Used this to get ourselves a running start. And then stalled on this bridge. And so we had to grab ourselves some backup engines. We had to get the helpers and pull it up the grade. We almost made it. We almost did it, but almost is not the same as succeeding. What are all the names of your engines? I honestly don't remember. To be frank. I know some of them. There's Shack, Rosso, Mafia, Goldfish, Sweetheart, Casino, Birch, Linny, Saginaw, Twink, Rizzo, I think that's about it. I think that's most of the names of them. I don't remember them all, but... Oh yeah, Bonnet. I forgot about Bonnet. Do you think they will do a second map? And what railroad would you like that to be? I'm not entirely sure they'll do a second map. Not anytime soon, at the very least. As for railroad, I don't really know many transition era short lines. Or branch lines, that would be good. I mean, the one I would always love to see is the Port of Tillamook Bay Railroad, which I don't know what it was previously, and I don't know how many industries there would be, but running along that route at the very least, even if, like, some of the tracks and industries were fictional, not fictional, what is that word supposed to mean? If some of the tracks and industries were fictional, that'd be a very pretty line to run along. Get a lot of Oregon coast scenery and have this nice this windy run along a river with a couple of grades. Oop, sorry. Hit my mic, did not mean to. South Shoreline, you know me, I want to rock down to Electric Avenue. That would be fun, it would be nice to have some interurbans, but more realistically, I expect that we'll see something that better fits the equipment we already have, rather than something that tries to introduce new equipment, you know? Hello, Robert. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Gonna lurk for 30-ish minutes. You know, fair, reasonable, reasonable. Considering we have people that'll lurk for the entire 4-hour live stream. Oh, I just realized that this is a mistake. Why do I keep hitting the mic? No! Okay, we need to move the microphone. I need to stop smacking it with the power of God. Like to see the game developers do railroads like the Fonda, Johnstown, and Gloversville Railway, and the Reeder Railway, and also the Ashley Druid Northern Railway as well for maps to play on. I don't really have a great frame of reference for what these railroads are like, so no comment. Where does a diesel engine fit in with 1900 steam engines? Transition era, baby. Hey, Red Rock. Oh man, that would have been such a good name for this engine. Ah, if only we could do more than 5 characters for the nickname. Red Rocket would have been perfect, dude. That's so clean. That's so smooth. I like that. I wish I could do it, but I can't. I just remembered I should throw the switch over here so it's set to the main line. Um, I have no reason to do that now. It's kind of... I really shouldn't have done that because the train that's going to be coming from this direction isn't even in Nantahala yet. Why am I like this? Oh, speaking of why am I like this... I forgot to set up this train so that it has any passenger stops. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna have to send that train all the way back to Andrews. Whoops. Starters, Reader is a railroad that was built first as a logging, then later did a lot of movement of oil and oil products. This later years as a real backwoods railroad. Does your Berkshire rock side to side when moving? Yes, it does, it does. All engines do. If you watch the diesel here, you can see it rock slightly. It's a setting that I think you have to go into Preferences, Features, and then you can change your sway intensity. If you want to disable it, just set it to 0. It's set to 1 by default. I love the steam engines. I have 3 Berkshires, and they are H220, Heavy Harry, H221, and H222. I've yet to come up with good names for the other 2. Could call one Heavy Henry. Could call one Hagrid. Henrietta. I don't know. I don't know why I went to Thomas the Tank Engine and to Harry Potter, but here we are. Tony, don't question why there's an engine from 50 years in the future, okay? You didn't see nothing, Tony. Yes, time travelers. They're not here for anything other than just messing with the timeline. They're like teleporting the Titanic into 2050. It's the only reason we invent time travel, is just to fuck with people on the timeline. Hey, hello, fellow Wild West person. Do you want to see this shotgun? You want to see this sniper rifle that I can use to hunt buffalo from 70 miles away? Just realized that one of my engines is very close to 69. 3609. Hey, you've got the space there. It's not 69. The only reason the Titanic sank was because time travelers came to see it sink. God, could you imagine? Oh man, this sounds like a really bad blockbuster movie. Race to save the Titanic. Where there's a whole bunch of time travelers that are going back in time. And they're trying. There's a group of people who are trying to save the Titanic, but they're actually the bad guys. The good guys are trying to sink the Titanic to make sure that the timeline stays intact, but they have these super secret technical gadgets, but they cannot reveal them because it's part of the time traveler code of conduct. Which is really stupid and really corny, and it leads to some really funny fight scenes. Hello, Trade Master. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this up on row to 20. I think. Like, I don't need to follow this train, you know? I can be focusing more on switching. I can be focusing more on the local. So I'm gonna go ahead. Gonna make sure that every track is set correctly. I could name the red Jeep Ruby. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. Be more exciting than Rosso. What do you mean there's a single freight car that wants to go to Appalachia Hardwoods? Excuse me? Why is that there? Also, I forgot to move this train back to its position that it was supposed to be in. Now you're making me think of Matt Pat's theory that Jack is just a time traveler who is there to make sure the Titanic What? Excuse me? What? I've never watched game theory, but every time I hear of some random Matt Pat theory, my brain melts into a little bit of sludge for like 5 seconds before I snap back to reality and realize, yes, that's actually what somebody just said to me. Since we have Rizzo and Razzo, the third Diesel has to be called Razzo. It's not Razzo, it's Rosso. Though now that you mention it, it could be funny to make it so they're all just variations of Rizzo. For no other reason than it makes me laugh. I'm going to have to beginning to sow a healthy amount of Hudsons, a few consolidations, and a few 460s and a few diesels, and I'm going to have a good picture day. Screenshot day, baby. It's crashing through the engine shed doors, don't mind me. We can replace them. The shop workers need something to do. I have a 1 to 200 model in building right now. Die cast hull photo etched parts everywhere. A lot of wires and lights and functions. For like a boat. A ship, I assume. Anyone else ever seen that crazy guy who's trying to build an HO scale model of the Titanic? No. Damn thing is about 1.2 meter. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you're telling me that is at 1 to 200, it's 1.2 meters long. That's for the battleship Bismarck. That's not the Titanic we're talking about. Oh god, how big would the Titanic be in 1 to 87? If the Bismarck... I mean, I guess I don't know if the Bismarck is bigger or not, admittedly, but... The HO scale Titanic is 10 feet long. The guy is trying to make it a proper remote-controlled ship? Oh, Jesus. Now, the ultimate question, did he give up after like a month? Or is he still doing YouTube videos on it? Or maybe not YouTube videos, maybe it's something else, I don't know. Titanic is 882 feet, Bismarck is 792 feet. Okay, so it's not quite as big of a difference as I expected. Why is there like 50 caboose? Well, we got like 50 engines. And we've got 4 cabooses here. We got, over here we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locomotives, plus the one we're running now. Hey, Mudge, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It has been a minute. It has been a while. We got red marble, buddy. We got the nightmare route. It's ready. It's terrible. I hate it. Unfortunately, he never did any YouTube videos about it. He has a whole blog about the building of it. He's actually shockingly close to finishing it. Ooh. Watch him reenact the actual Titanic sinking. In 1:87 scale proportion. Anyone else heard of the Lego Union Pacific 4014 Big Boy, which is 12 feet long? I have not, but also I'm not surprised that that exists. A, people like Lego, and 2, people like big boys. God, could you imagine an official 4014 Lego set? Sorry about the lag spike. Oh no, no worries, Mudge, no worries. I'm used to it by now. A, people like Lego, and 2, people like big boys, and that's another one for the out of context quotes. Another one for the books, boys. Hope y'all like keyboard ASMR. Anyways, what were we talking about? What was I saying? What was I thinking? How the heck is that guy is going to get that model of the Titanic out of? Where are he building it at, for goodness sakes? He's probably got like... he's got a small aircraft hangar. That's what he's got. A small aircraft hangar for building a model ship. He built most of it in his living room? It's not as hard as it seems like it would be to move around, since it's only a little over a foot wide at its widest point. That's kind of impressive. It's actually kind of weird to think that it's 10 feet long, but it's only about a foot wide. What are you going to do after? Maybe get more engines to help push or pull trains up Red Marble? Max, I've already talked about this. We already have all the engines we need. I'll probably buy some more down the line, like 1 or 2 more engines, but generally speaking... Actually, no, I probably won't even do that because I bought the 2 helpers already. Probably don't need more engines. No, he has an HO replica of the Harlan and Wolf shipyard. He has the HO replica very specifically just so he can build an HO replica using the HO replica. That'd actually be kind of cool if somebody did that. Currently has the project on hiatus, but it's ready to go when he picks it back up. Hull is complete, part of the superstructure is done, and it's floatable now. "70 inches is roughly 5'8". Dak, 70 inches is 5'10". Not 5'8". 60 inches is 5 feet. Welcome back, Robert. Welcome back. Keyboard.mp3. Yeah, we... Don't you know, we've done Nitro Type on previous streams. Are you planning on replacing some of your engines? Not really, no. We've got all the locomotive power we really need. I'm more so planning to buy more rolling stock and equipment at this rate. Because we do not have enough passenger cars. There is never enough passenger cars. We also don't have enough. What is it? We don't have enough cordwood cars, or I guess pulpwood. We don't have enough log cars. We're going to need to buy those, and we're going to need to buy a lot of them. We're probably going to go into more debt. As memory serves me right, hold on. Parsons Tannery and Silva Paperboard are still at Tier 3. Good. But we're going to be getting Snowbird at Tier 3. And Snowbird at Tier 3 is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. Replace your entire fleet of locos with nothing but the 282T. Oh god, could you imagine trying to climb red marble with like 0 water capacity? I could see using the 282T to be an interesting challenge run between, say, Whittier and like Alarka or Alarka Junction, because there's a good density of water towers in the area, so you could probably do it reasonably well. That could be an interesting challenge playthrough. Can an engine have a boiler explosion in this game? Nope. Steam Sim has not been modeled that properly, fortunately. Otherwise, I would be dead. I would very much have been murdered 5 years ago if boiler explosions existed. Alright, hold on. We have Hardwoods, Freight House, Diesel Stand, Hardwoods Team. Okay, so everything needs the engine on the front. Did you see the volcanicity YouTube poop I posted in the Discord? I did. I think I saw it at least. But I think I actually saw it before you sent it to me. Because after watching that one that I sent, I went on a binge trying to find more volcanicity YouTube poops. Fun fact, I'm the only person in any of my classes that can draw the ampersand symbol. Don't ask how I know how to pronounce that and or to spell it. You don't need to know the answer. Don't worry about it. Hello, sheep. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Now I need to know the answer, stir. Your fault too, you drew attention to it. Congratulations, you played yourself. Well, too bad, I don't have an answer for you. Mostly because I don't even know the answer. I don't remember where I learned it from, but I guess it just comes naturally when you're a writer at heart. So, I think the next game you should play is Train Sim Classic. I'm not really a huge fan of Train Sim or trains. The reason I like Railroader and I like Railroads Online is the sense of overall progression. Because you actually get to expand, you actually get to make your railroad and do things from day to day. I don't know, maybe day to day was the wrong sentence there. Brain just realized that might have not been the right statement. What engines are in the shed at Bryson? Let's see, we have the 060, we got the 284, we got the 080, we got the 210, we got the 282, and we have the other... Or wait, no, not the other 280, the 280. Just the regular 280. Generally, I can't play games unless I'm progressing. Stormworks is the only exception. Exactly. Like, if I'm not progressing, what's the point? I guess I do play things like Splatoon sometimes, and I'm willing to not progress there, and I just play for the fun of it rather than for tryharding, so to say. So I don't really have much more to do in Splatoon, other than to just have fun. But like everything else, we have Geometry Dash, FTL, Minecraft, Railroader, Railroads Online. Are there any other games that I've recently played on Steam that I feel like mentioning? Stardew Valley, I guess, Deep Rock Galactic. Bless TSC, an old man still swinging just as hard as it did in younger days, despite now being in a world dominated by the new generation. Just realized you're closing in on 6K. Congratulations. We're kind of stagnating, actually. We've hit this weird point where I think I'm getting recommended on YouTube enough that the old subscriber following that I had from my rhythm game days is starting to see my newer content and are like, why am I subscribed to this guy? I don't watch train content. And so we're in this weird point where I'm usually gaining around 2 to 3 subscribers a day, but I'm also losing 2 to 3 subscribers a day. So I've actually been stuck stagnant at 5,700 for like a month now. There you go, fun fact of the day. I think the Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is a suitable candidate for the next live stream. It might be. You never know. That'd be a really funny game to play on stream. Games are meant to be just one thing. Fun for everyone. Exactly. Like, I may nag on games without progression, but if people like games without progression, that's okay. I won't narc them for that, you know? It's all just differing opinions. Guess it's just not my style, though. Next game we'll play, Adventure Communist. Alright, I like TF2 as well, but I was kind of only thinking about vehicle stuff. That is fair. But TF2, I guess TF2, well, no, TF2 doesn't have a sense of progression, does it? Yeah, when it comes down to vehicle stuff in general, though, absolutely, 100%, no questions about it. It needs some sense of progression, a solid sense of progression for me to enjoy and want to play, you know? Maybe the game Oh Dear? It's multiplayer and coming out on the 15th, but looks pretty fun. What's it about? I enjoy creative freedom games like Trains and Minecraft, you know, when my brain decides it wants to be creative. Well, you know, fair. For me, for creativity, I typically go for model railroading, and I go for Minecraft. Those are the two go-tos I have. I have no clue when I missed that message from Mudge. I was playing a Minecraft mod pack before I joined the stream. Hey, nice. I need to do another mod pack someday. It's been a hot minute. How's the Thomas the Spank Engine model coming along? I forgot I put up that donation goal about that. Right now we haven't really done anything for it. 'Cause, we don't exactly have the funds. But I have come up with the general plan. We're just gonna buy a standard Bachmann Thomas the Tank Engine in HO scale, add a couple of extra gears, and add a little hand. Where in the world is that pink bug boxcar from? This is from when I was testing bugs back before Railroader became public, into the public beta or public alpha. When I was playing, I encountered a bug where my cars were getting deleted constantly, and so I changed my game mode to sandbox, tested the bug using box cars, and this car has remained ever since. We put it in the interchange to empty it once. It didn't do anything. It didn't work. One of the problems, though, is that people keep seeing that it's supposed to go to the silver interchange, and they go, okay, well, I'll bring it over to the silver interchange, and then it doesn't do anything, and it just gets in the way. So we changed it to bright pink to make it more obvious that it's owned by the railroad, and it's a car that we don't want to move. They fixed the bug. All is well on that war front. Hello, Wes. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Happy daylight savings. Grr, I want my hour back. Me too, buddy. Me too. I wish. I want my sleep. I want to get good rest. Woke up to a fire call about a car off the road, so I didn't even notice the hour difference. That's not exactly the most pleasant thing to wake up to, but that is kind of funny to me. Have you thought about selling that pink boxcar off for scrap? We physically cannot, and it's a trophy of the fact that I got this game early. It's a small memento of the history of me obtaining this game in early access. There's this new game out called The Brew Barons. It's a mix of flying, making alcohol, and fighting air pirates who are forcing people to buy rot gut alcohol, and you are trying to stop them from doing that. That sounds fun. Hornby costs too much. I cannot afford Hornby pricing. Just go on eBay. Pick up secondhand stuff. Look at me. I got a DCC and a sound engine for $130. Something you might want to try in a live stream? Maybe. I mean, I've already got a bunch of other games I'd like to try in live stream someday, just sort of random things that I enjoy playing that I would love to share with people. Let's do a little bit of Geometry Dash, do a little bit of FTL. I finally figured out what I set my screenshot key to and unsure what channel to put it in. If it's a screenshot from a game or a computer-based program of any kind, well, I guess not a computer-based program of any kind, but if it's from Rolling Line, just go for I just go for screenshots because I consider that a game. I can't afford model train prices in general. Entirely fair. And entirely unfortunate. I still can't believe that I picked up that articulator for $130, dude. I've recently actually been thinking of upgrading the articulated by kitboshing to get, or I guess scratch building a boiler for it. Because the boiler it has is extremely thin because the prototype was built for very lightweight rails. My only concern is that the more I disgrace the the original engine, the less impressive its pricing was. Because I was also considering getting digital command control and sound on it. Because I found this one whistle that just sounds perfect for a big articulated engine. I would play it on stream. I think I could play it on stream. Like, it's not hard to get the sound file. One thing the model rareting isn't a hobby for. The faint of wallet. You've heard of the faint of heart. Now get ready for the faint of wallet. New horror story tonight on 9 on CBS. I know how to get sounds into Railroader for whistle packs so I could turn anything into a whistle. Oh, that would be fun. You know, hold on. Let me send that in the super secret chat, the sound effect I'm thinking of. Uno momento. I'm going to mute desktop audio in case it accidentally plays. I just realized it's Mario Day. Yeah, it's Mario Day. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is coming up soon, dude. All right. All right, hold on. Setting it in the yard. It's a very pretty whistle. I have no clue if it'll translate well into Railroader, but how do I get a big boy? Simple. Go kidnap one. Get a potato sack, cut out 2 eye holes. Yep, oh, it's on May 23rd. Okay, okay. I thought it was going to be a little sooner than that, honestly. I thought it was going to release, like, shortly after the announcement, to be frank. But, guess not. I guess not. I can't. I live in the British Isles. Look, just go to the British National Museum and ask them for some help. Say it's a foreign artifact. I guess I forgot to throw the switch. That's okay, that's fine. This is acceptable-ish. It's not what I meant to do. Are there any games you grew up sucking at as a kid but grew to appreciate when you were older? I feel like there was one on the tip of my tongue, but I don't actually remember what it was right now. I want to say FTL, but I was good at FTL when I was a kid. I understood it pretty well. I got good at the mechanics. I don't know. There was something. There's something on the tip of my tongue. I guess I could say Terraria and Minecraft. Like, I still had fun playing them back in the day. I sucked. I was terrible. I could not... I was not good. I was very not good at game. You spam and chat, the streamer is most likely going to ignore. Yeah, exactly. The more people post, the less likely I am to chat with them. Sneeze. Have you posted 500 messages over 5 different streams? Doesn't matter. I'll ignore you too. It's actually a kind of funny idea. Just have a a little like abacus. Every time somebody talks too much, I'll just slide over one of the pieces. Better yet, why do it when anybody talks too much when I could just do it whenever people talk, period? Rule of thumb. Don't be Spampton. Gee, Spampton. Hello, It's me! Spampton. Gee, Spampton. Oh, God. It'll be so much fun when Chapter 3 and 4 come out. I'll just be able to completely nerd out with my sister and my girlfriend. I know, right? I'm super hyped for possibly more Delta Rune this year. I know, I know. And we're going to be getting Woody, apparently. I, I forgot we named one of the engines mid. Whenever I see that, all I can think of is the modern slang of, oh, that's mid, bro. 2024 is going to be a crazy year for gaming in general. More Deltarune, the Switch 2, Sony doing absolutely jack all. It's going to be great. Anyone know what the reporting mark GCL means, as they can't find any info on it? GCL is a fictitious rail line that I think the person who modeled most of the freight cars does. I don't remember. It's somebody was a major part of the modeling part of the team. I know that much. They just have their own railroad, and they're like, "Yep, I'm gonna add that into the pool of things that can be procedurally generated." It's like when I get a card, I can recognize the railroad. I don't know why, but my brain, for some reason, when reading that comment, thought that car meant automobile. I, I don't know why. Um, GCL stands for Gulf Coast Lines, I think. That would make sense. That would make sense. So far, the only ones I've remembered are Santa Fe and NYC. Another easy one to remember is PRR, Pennsylvania Railroad. I didn't even realize that I was on a boxcar for the PRR. I wasn't even thinking. L ampersand N, Louisville and Nashville, N and W, Norfolk and Western Maryland for WM. I recognize a lot more than what I guess I don't recognize this one, this one. But I'm more so thinking about the easy ones to remember, you know. PRR is a good one. B&O, Baltimore and Ohio. Yeah, there's another one. VGN is Virginia. No, TK, it clearly means video game nerd. What are you talking about? I am back. Hello, back. I'm Dad. Gonna lose a subscriber for that joke. Calling it now. Oh, I forgot to throw the switch. Oops. VGN is actually version. Like the airlines ever. Mine went to Virgin Oh yeah, I forgot that's also a thing that exists. That was a mistake. I was gonna try and lightly kick the cars. Rosso on approach. Oh, right. Because the Silva switcher. Forgot about that. NYC equals no yapping Colombians. Thomas Kincaid is selling boxcars near you. Only $90 a piece. God, I still can't believe how flipping expensive they are. SLSF sad, lonely Saint Francis. We got to come up with cursed acronyms out of rare names, or cursed interpretations of acronyms. I don't know why. I just thought of Small Lemmings Simple Friday. I don't know why. Hey, money. Is it good money? No, it's not good money. We're almost there, though. We're close to making good cash. I just realized. This car is bonking against the buffer and it's making a whole bunch of noise. So if we go ahead and just how do we get it to make the noise? Oh, did it stop? Might have stopped. Okay. Well, now most certainly stopped. Okay, we fixed the problem. We fixed the annoying noise going on in the background. Gotta get pizza for my parents. Alright, take your time, Mudge. Take your time. Have fun. Hopefully you get good pizza. Whatever the definition of good pizza is for you. Man, this just makes me hungry, though. Man, we had pizza for breakfast today, as we always do, and now I just want more. Lobster beef sirloin cake rooster. I'd ride that railroad. So, SVRY stands for Stardew Valley Railway Co. Oh, that's just boring. You only replaced one word in the sentence. Come on now, you can do better than that. You'd be more creative. Straight vroom runaway cars. There we go. Much better. Stardew Vodka Refinery. That sounds like a mod that turns the entire game into brewing. You don't farm anymore, all you do is brew, bro. Nothing else, only brewing. Sorry if I'm not being too talkative right now. I think the fact that I lost an hour of sleep is starting to catch up to me, and my brain is starting to fry slowly. I can feel the brain cells escaping through my right ear as I speak. Oh, that was a hard bonk. But we only lost 1%. We only took 1% damage. Let's go. That wasn't that bad. Mostly. that all said and done, we have our cut of cars for the interchange. And I guess we also have our cut of cars for the local. Maybe we could just combine the two into one. Set it left, left, right, so that it's properly lined for the yard. At which point we will swap it out a couple of tracks. Yep, left, 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 right. So it can run around, bonk into these. Bada bing, bada boom. Was your favorite PRR mogul? Wasn't there only one? How could I choose a favorite when there's like, first of all, I don't even know how many engines of that type there were, and second of all, wouldn't there have been like one or two? Also, hello, Colorado, welcome to the stream, or I guess welcome back, whatever, same thing. How's the ops today? It's going alright, it's going alright. I kind of screwed up the passenger train. It was supposed to go to Bryson, but I forgot to set it up so that it even had passengers loading after it left Andrews. So we had to send it back up the grade, we had to send it back up Red Marble. Aside from that, though, it's been fine, it's been fine. We've run some mixed freight, we've run some regular freight, we've done some switching, done some passenger. And donk. Keep 'em moving. Are those names in the cabooses? Yeah, they are. We've had them for a long time now. Probably since week 1 of owning the game. It's also like the names on the engine, you know? It's pretty easy to set up. Alright, I guess we'll get number 5 over to the sheds. Fill her up on water, top her off on coal, and then we'll go deal with number 11, I think. Oh, I forgot to grab that hopper. Never mind, I guess we're gonna have to move the hopper real quick. And I should probably also grab that flat car over there. Well, I guess I got more work to do. Oops. Currently rebuilding my favorite LEGO set for the umpteenth time, and I've built it so many times that I've practically memorized the instructions. What set is it, TK? Max, I feel like you've asked that question 70 times and it's getting kind of tiring to see. Like, bro, I run my trains my way. Why do you need to know every in and out of how they operate and what they do and what engine does what job? Like, I just want to run my trains, man. 7938, the first Power Functions passenger train from 2010 and my second LEGO set ever. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Because just posting a number, I don't know the number. Oh, I think I might have actually... I think I actually got that set. I think that's the first LEGO train set I ever got. Oh, wait, no, it was the second. We got the Emerald Knight first. I remember this set. I'm pretty certain I still have most of the pieces together in one place. Mine has a lot of battle scars. That's an interesting way of putting it. Battle scars is the new describing term for every time that a little kid completely annihilates their toys. I don't know why that reminds me of something, but for some reason I'm still pissed about this to this day. But one little kid got his hands on my Brio and my wooden trains when I was like 15. Okay, I probably wasn't 15. I was probably younger than 15. But he still got his hands on my burritos and decided to draw red lines all over them. And I was so annoyed because he drew them on the one engine, the one train that I really liked the most. And of course, my parents were just like, suck it up. Too bad this stuff happens. Like, bro, he should not have had that marker in the first place. Why did you guys let him have it? I'm still miffed about that, even though it's been like at least 10 years. Back, what did I miss? Not too much, GP. Welcome back, welcome back. I've been a little quiet recently. I've kind of been a little bit brain dead. Just been doing some switching out here in Bryson. Donk. Still annoyed at my younger self for never bothering to try and actually work towards buying 7939, the yellow cargo train. I want it, but it's like $450 sealed nowadays. You say that as you're trying to buy a $1,000 model train that like 90% of the time has ink pest. Oh, I shouldn't have kicked. Fine. I know I need to push these cars. Shut up, game. Donk. Donk 2. Heyo, Corey. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to silence.mp4 as I move around this little locomotive and forget to talk with chat. Just found out I'm going to Texas this week, and the spot where we're staying is somewhat near to where Mr. Beast threw a train into a pit? What? How'd I not see this Mr. Beast episode? What? Back to the Future style, just build a bridge in like a one-scale train and launch it into a pit of doom and blow it up with TNT. Last time I was in Texas, I toured USS Texas in 2019. Beautiful World War I dreadnought. I've never been, actually. Now that I think of it, the last time I went anywhere in the southern half of the US, I went to Arizona, and I was 2 years old. I can't believe... I don't know why thinking about this and talking about this has just made me realize I have not been southernly very often, have I? It's kind of interesting. Kind of weird little thing to think about. I was there working as a long haul. Oh, a long haul truck driving. I hear that is very much a thankless job. Alright, how's the water looking? Coal is looking good. Water could use a refill, methinks. That is the wrong engine. Oops. Just saw an ad for a grass seed where some firefighters are standing around on the lawn of the firehouse, looking at shame at the grass. And then some lady pulled up in an SUV with grass seed. What? Why would they be looking in shame at the grass? Sweet Jiminy Christmas, the turntable's perfectly fine. Unlike my life, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. That's a mood. It is thankless, but can be way more fun than sitting at a desk. That's fair, that's fair. I'm sure some people would prefer sitting at a desk to trucking, and some people would prefer trucking to sitting at a desk. Trucking does seem more active overall. You have to partake in more, I guess. I would be happy in life if you give me a porter and about 2 miles square of land and track. Alright, we'll get you 2 miles square, but it'll only be N-scale track. How's about that? Flatbed especially oh, you have to chain and... Yeah, that makes sense. Chain and strap cargo and then tarp it if customers request it. Some actual active work. I don't know why I'm just imagining somebody going down to the office and they're like, ah, shit, I don't have enough weightlifting in my life. I don't do enough exercise with my job. Quick! And then they just start lifting the computer. Alright, we can leave the passenger train alone. I guess, since we have the freight to handle and tackle, let's tackle the freight. Let's tackle and handle the freight, why not? We can fleeve the passenger trade. Yes, exactly, TK. We can fleeve. Ones I hauled required 6 chains and 6 bear traps. Snap. I don't know what a snap binder is, but I love the mental image of somebody putting down a bear trap, like just straight up a bear trap, and rolling a steel coil onto it. And just this loud snap and bang as the teeth of the trap clap together. And immediately destroy the coils. If it snaps open in your face, you're effed. So I've heard, so I've heard. I don't know much about steel coils, but from what I understand, they're basically like they're under compression. And so if those things snap, yeah, that's bad. You're fucking dead. This cut ties 2 weeks ago with the ORHF as they are now requiring a criminal history check and a background to be a volunteer. Your thoughts? I sold t-shirts. Love the museum, hate the policy. I really don't have many thoughts about something like that. Like, I can, on one hand, I can understand the frustration. Like, it seems kind of silly to require that. On the other hand, I can understand why they'd want that. Because, like, hey, it's a museum. You want people to be safe there. I don't know. I don't really have too strong a thought on that. Going to Toronto this Tuesday since it's March break. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. Spring break, baby. God, it's been so many years since I've been in school that I just... I don't know, something about being able to say spring break, let's go, just is so exhilarating, and at the same time it is so hollow and empty, and I feel wrong. Hopefully gonna see some Via P40s. Also, Toronto Union is a nice station, but it's basically a mall with trains as a side attraction. I swear I saw a clothing store in there once. What? Hey, you're gonna be traveling abroad. What you need is a baby bib. Tony, we gotta fleeve this place. The government has tracked us down. We gotta go. Can't have them catching me making fake cash like they did with Grunkle Stan. You know, I've never actually really watched Gravity Falls. I saw it once in a watch party. Never again. Oh wait, instead of pushing these oh wait. No, no, never mind. I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing already. Scratch me, scratching my original plans. What I was gonna do, what I was thinking of doing was instead pulling this thing by the long hood out to the interchange and shoving it into a track with cars that are already there. But I'm realizing that it would just be probably around the same amount of work as to what I'm already doing, so, like, no reason to change my plans while I'm in the middle of doing stuff, you know? There's an aquarium I'm going to right next to the station, and there's a second, I mean, I think you mean section, with an interactive kid table things. One of them is the table showing stuff like hydroelectric plants and locks. Oh, like one of those tables that's like got water play features on it or something. There's a city on it, and if you put your hand in the right place, the water overflows. It floods this little city. Okay, yes, it is one of those little tables. You know, for how many cars are pulling and pushing, it's kind of quiet and laid back. Plus, there's little foam cargo ships, so you can drive the Edmund Fitzgerald down Main Street. I don't know why I'm imagining, but since we were talking about the RC boats earlier, we were talking about the 10-foot Titanic. All I can think of is a tiny little kiddie table with a boat that's like 5 times the length. An RC boat that somebody's trying to move using its motors, and it's just not doing anything. And there's this one kid who's just getting water splashed all over them as the propellers are so strong they're splashing water all over the place. This kind of sounds like a Draw the Squad moment, I'm not gonna lie. Heyo, Robert. Welcome to the stream, and welcome back for the third time. ran a train moving a 6,000-ton train with 3 steamers and 2 jeeps, at least in theory, because one of the jeeps is not running while we were going up Cowie Grade, but still made it over at 23 miles per hour. What steamers did you have? Were they medium? Were they big? Were they small? Anyone else to C46 drink water like I drink beer? Oh, how heavy are the trains you're running, and where are you running her to? Personally, I haven't had too much trouble with the C46 since purchasing it, but I prefer the D46 just because it has 500 gallons more of water. Look, Gordon, ropes! We can help me, Gordon! Maybe one of these days we'll just have a Hilvry, watch night. Hilvry. God. What a name. 1,000-ish tons from Whittier to Bryson to Alarka. How fast you running her? How hard you running her? Usually I find at 20 miles an hour the C46 can usually get there at about 1,000 gallons of water. Like to Bryson, probably to Alarka in about 1,500. Oh, this thing's gonna overshoot. No, we were so close. Why did it shoot? 2 Jeeps, a deck, a Burke, and a C46. That's not a... Those are some pretty decent mid to late game engines, steam-wise. $25 miles an hour? Weird. 1,400 tons. Still, that's not that heavy, all things considered. I mean, it is kind of heavy. I guess there's that, but... could be that you were just being a little inefficient with regulator usage. I bought 20 40-foot pulp cars and 12 log cars. 20 for the Silva paperboard and Parsons tannery, and 12 for the Whittier's sawmill up tiering to tier 4 last night, and 20 is probably a good number for tier 3 pulpwood, paperboard and tannery, because personally we've been going with 10, which is the minimum required. And it's been a little bit hectic trying to juggle all 10 cars in a single day, constantly, non-stop. AI engineer. Oh, if it's an AI engineer, that's strange. I usually run my trains AI engineer at 20 miles an hour, and we never run out of water. But you went all the way to Alarka with that train, and that's when you were having trouble? Or was it, like, on the route to Bryson? Oh, I should have left the angle cocks open just for a second so that I could, apply better braking power. At Alarka, it got a water warning. Well, Alarka's... I guess Alarka's got a steep grade-ish. You do have to climb at 2%. Did you refill at Bryson at all? If not, that would make a little more sense. I mean, you went how many miles with just one tank of water before you got the warning? 45... Probably like 28, 30, almost. Like, if it was just to Bryson and you ran out of water, I'd be a little confused, but... Whittier fill? Roger. I don't actually refill at Whittier very often. We might actually fill the interchange now I think of it. We're not even close to done with the day. We might already have the interchange full to the brim. Which is gonna be a headache when we have to clean it up in a few days. We have to do the post-stream workout. CN Tower is also right next to the station. Never been up there and not planning to. I know it's the tallest building in North America, but just looking up around it makes me queasy. Wait, CN? I'm confused. When you say the CN Tower, all I can think of is like a whatchamacallit. A crossing tower, you know? How like when two railroads cross over each other, it's just... why would you need a building so tall to look over two railroads crossing one another that it happens to be the tallest building in North America? That takes balls. That takes a lot of work. I also would never be able to climb that. My vertigo would just kill me. Never heard of CN Tower? Nope, never heard of CN Tower. Somehow. It was built by CN as a tourist attraction since they did a lot of not train stuff at the time. Interesting. Fascinating. How long ago was it built? Like, is this a recent, relatively recent? I mean, like in probably like the last 30 years, sort of thing. Is this something that happened back in like the 1800s? Probably not, but maybe it was. Actually, be really impressive if it was somehow still the tallest building in North America, but it was somehow built in the 1800s. It's a concrete tower used for communications, and it was an observation tower built in 1976. It's kind of nifty, actually. Ride the train into the heart of Toronto. Actually, is it Toronto? Am I remembering wrong what city you're going to? It's owned by the city now and not CN probably when they stopped doing passenger things. Yeah, it makes sense that they would try and sell it. Yes, it's Toronto. Okay, okay. I feel like I've heard a friend talk about this before. I just didn't I don't think they ever mentioned that it was specifically Canadian National and train related. That's where I vaguely remember Toronto from. Or I should say, it's where I vaguely remember Toronto in relation to this subject from. Yes, the only reason that I remember Toronto exists is because of some tall building that I didn't even know the name of. Alright, you know what, it hasn't been 4 hours? It hasn't. I was gonna say, you know what, this is probably a good place to end the stream, and I do think it's a good place to end the stream. We just got a little extra work done, things are a little quiet. The fact that Mudge is away for pizza is making me hungry, and I'm hungry. I want food. Also, you can basically hang off it with cables or something. My vertigo would give me a heart attack and kill me. It's not the fall that will kill you, my friend. It's the fact that you'll just be so fucking terrified that you'll kill yourself because your body goes into a complete and total shock. God, who would want to do that? Who would dangle themselves off the side of a building so tall? Anyways, I'm gonna drop myself a save right here. I think this is a good place to call it for today. We've still got a surprising amount of work to do before the next stream. Like, we still have the local, we're gonna have to do the interchange service as we always do. There's probably a little bit of logging that needs to happen. But, as always, it has been fun. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for joining me today on this classic wild ride of me just rambling for 3 hours, 4 hours. I will see you all probably on Friday, maybe on Sunday, depends on how your schedules go, depends on how my schedules go. Take care, everybody. Cheers, folks.